guys, and welcome to another video lesson from DBOS Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This video is part of the playlist called Excel Tutorial, and here we'll be learning how to change the casing of letters in Excel. When I say casing, like uppercase, lowercase, proper case, okay, at the very least, these are the three that are very most commonly used conventions of casing or capitalization of letters. You don't capitalize numbers, obviously, so we'll be dealing with letters. You don't capitalize, let's say, special characters like asterisk, backslash. You don't do that, only for letters, okay? So again, there are three: uppercase, lowercase, and proper case. Sometimes some people call this title case, the proper case, but in any case, we will use this because this is the convention, the naming naming convention being used in Excel. Okay, so we are looking at some test data, sample data before us, and I've opened my sample Excel file to demonstrate this functionality of Excel. Okay, I prepared three columns here, columns E, F, and G, each one waiting for the demonstration of these functionalities, of these functions. These are called functions. All right, so to accomplish this, we'll be creating a bit of a formula, not mathematical, but whenever you use the equal sign in the formula field in Excel, is technically a formula already. Okay, so let's look at, we'll be focusing on this column B, which consists of names of people. And for each one, we'll be transforming them into uppercase, lowercase, proper case at these three columns over here. So let's start. Let's say if I will focus on this value, this name called Juan Cruz, here I intend to put my uppercase in this cell called E2, column E, row number 2. Okay, so I will start it by typing equals, which is telling Excel that I intend to write a formula. So I will say upper, and then I click my mouse on the cell that I want to transform into uppercase. So I click on this, and then I can just press enter. Okay, so it transformed the text Juan Cruz, which is a proper case, following a proper case convention, into a purely uppercase. And if I look at the formula bar above here, I'm pointing at it now, you can see the formula, which starts with an equal sign, and then the function, literal function, upper, and in parentheses, the cell address B2, meaning this cell is executing a formula of turning to uppercase the text value of cell B2, which is here, okay? So note that the function upper, or even lower, or even proper, or any other function in Excel for that matter, is not case sensitive. You can write it also in lowercase and it will do the same thing. Okay, I'll write it in lowercase, it will still do the same thing. Remember that. Okay, I'll save it for just in case. Let's proceed to lower. So the same thing I'll be doing, I want to transform this value into lowercase. Okay, I'll point my mouse here. I'm going to click my mouse at this cell F2. And then I will start the formula with an equal sign, equals. And then I will say lower. I will click my mouse on the cell I want to transform into lowercase. I click there, and it assigns or writes the cell address here in the formula, B2. I can just press enter. Okay, and then you can see this is uppercase, this is lowercase. You can also look at the bit of difference in the formula. Here, the formula, if you look at our formula bar here, it's upper, here is lower. Okay, we go to proper. The same thing, you will start the formula with an equal sign, and then I will type proper. Okay, and then parentheses, and then I will click on the cell that I wanted to transform into proper case. And then I'll finish it off by just clicking enter. And it is proper case, meaning it's neither purely lower nor purely uppercase. It's a mix. So proper case, or sometimes called title case in other applications, means the first letter of each word is capitalized. Uppercase means all the letters are capitalized. Lowercase means all the letters are in lowercase. Proper means the beginning of each word is a capital letter. Okay, so you've learned how to use upper, lower, and proper. Now, the next step after you know this is that you can, because the work isn't always about, doesn't always involve one row of data to be changed. Sometimes the work consists of hundreds, if not thousands of rows to be done in this manner, to have this kind of formula built into them. So you will do a bit of copy pasting. Okay, I will start with this. So instead of recreating the formula for this cell example, you will do equals upper. You can save your sweat, you can save your effort by doing a copy paste. So you go to this. If you also want to this field to hold the uppercase letters, uppercase value of this cell, then you can just do a copy paste from here. Control C, and then you go to your destination cell, and then you do a Control V. What it is doing, it is not doing a blind static copying of the value. It is copying the formula of this cell into this. Not only that, it is dynamically copying the formula. So if I go to this cell, you see the formula is upper B2. But if I go down, the formula is not B2. It is smart enough to have a dynamic way of copying the formula. Since we are now at row 3, it changed the formula a little bit, upper B3, meaning this is an uppercase of this, which is B3. Let's do the same for this lowercase. I'll do a copy here, Control C, come down here, Control V. Also, that is a lowercase value or a lowercase of this cell. Same thing I'll do here, proper case. I'll do a Control C here, and then I'll go to this destination cell and do a paste, Control V. And it's also a proper case. Not an exact copy of the one above it, but a dynamic copy of the formula. So if you look at the formula bar, it calls proper B2. Here it calls proper B3. B3 being the cell address of this cell over here. Okay. Now, if you wanted really to be more productive and do quicker for more rows, that you wanted to propagate this kind of setting, this kind of formula, you can do a copy paste across hundreds, if not thousands of records by doing the same Control C, Control V trick in Excel. Okay, so I will copy the whole row. I can hover my mouse across the 3 cells, or I can just click here and press my shift key, and then while the shift is down, I will press on the right arrow key. I can do that and copy, Control C, and then I can just put my mouse here and press the shift key, and then while the shift key is down, press the down arrow key, and then I can paste. So it has pasted the formulas dynamically also. Why do I know it's dynamic? Because you can see the values are different. It's not statically copying the text hard-coded, but it's dynamically copying the formulas. You can see upper B2, upper B3. If you look at the formula bar, upper B4, I go here, lower B4, lower B5, etc. Okay, I will undo this and I will show you another way of doing it. So let's just say I wanted to copy this formula to the rest of the records in this column. I can just point my mouse here and then place my mouse here, mouse click, and then point my mouse at the lower right-hand corner of this cell. Once I see this black cross, I can just drag my mouse down. Okay, that's one. I will undo this. If you want it to be quicker, you can also, depends on the requirement. If you need these 3 to be propagated, to be copied, the formula to be copied to the rest of the cells, then you can highlight these 3. Again, there are 2 ways to do that. One is just you hover the mouse, you drag the mouse across the 3, or put your mouse on the first one while the shift is down, click on the right arrow key, and then you point your mouse at the lower right-hand corner of this bunch of cells. Once you see this black cross, you can also drag down. It's the equivalent of doing a copy paste. Okay, and then you can just nicely adjust the column widths automatically by doing this. Okay, so there you go. You have learned how to transform the casing of letters in Excel. into uppercase, lowercase, and proper case. Proper case in other applications is called title case. So uppercase means all the letters are being transformed into capital letters. Lowercase is all the letters are being transformed into lowercase, while proper means the first letter of each word is being transformed or changed into uppercase. Okay, and we have learned that we can accomplish this by adding some simple formula, which you will start by writing an equal sign. Okay, so I hope you've learned something new from this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I do suggest you click subscribe, click the bell, and spread the word to your friends. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I hope to see you in the next video.